Well, welcome everybody this Saturday the 3rd of September to Tipperary, Ireland for this year's Irish Grand Prix for the Classic Hot Rods. This is the third year that this event has been running, and it's a delight for Classic Hot Rod TV to be back here once again to greet the drivers from Scotland, England and Ireland, and have a look at the cars and just have a look at how magnificently looking the track here at Tipperary is, courtesy of promoter Damien Brennan and OMI Promotions. Now, the first car that we can see is that of number 10, Podge McQuaid, his Mark II Escort. In the influence of the NASCAR looking car, and certainly looking the part. One of those cars which will be running from the front end of the grid in this evening's racing, but is proven to have been one of the quick guys to get away as long as the engine is running sweet, and he could be quite a challenge to catch, at least in the early stages. So good luck to Podge, he'll be driving car 10 this evening. 100, Kevin Feeney. Kevin hasn't been out quite so often as he was last year in his former Colin Hitch Mark II, but it's a delight to see that Kevin is back here today and supporting his homeland with his racing. Moving across pit lane, and a pit lane that is somewhat sodden, having had the misfortune of having heavy rain earlier today, but certainly we'll keep the dust down later on. And number 12, Trevor Harris, the Traveller of the Year in Classic Hot Rods, because of his time that he has raced in Scotland, England and Ireland. And Trevor, it's a delight to have you back here again. As we've mentioned already, you are already the Traveller of the Year for the class.
Yes.
And you've supported us extremely well. What are your thoughts about how well you've contributed to simply enjoying the racing and being almost everywhere this year?
I've tried my best, Rob. I've travelled to try and get better. That's not working, but I've tried.
Oh well, au contraire, you have done well at Birmingham, haven't you?
We had a bit of bad luck last time. We burnt the dip out and there wasn't enough time to change in between races. So
right.
I've thoroughly enjoyed it, I really have. It's been a great year and it's not over yet.
You've made quite a good impression on those that you support. I mean, you may not be utterly surprised to learn, but you have got quite a nice little following of people who follow your fortunes now in the classics. and you've made some good friends as well.
It's been fantastic, Rob. I don't do the internet very well. I'm not very good at the spelling, but I have been told that it's nice. Yeah. It's really nice.
Oh well, I'm glad.
It's really nice. And yeah, there's more to come. We've got a bit more to do yet. We've got some Ennisford, is that right?
Yes, that's
Wimbledon.
right. Well, there's Wimbledon as well, yes. So you've got oh well, I'm really glad that you've enjoyed it this year.
Yeah, I've had a great year. And if the car stays together, we'll stay together.
Good. The car itself, as I said to you before, you have enjoyed the shorter tracks at Wimbledon and at Birmingham, but you've enjoyed the social side of racing in Ireland, don't you?
It's fantastic. The people here are lovely. I stay with Jerry Rodwell. The man's a gentleman. His wife's the best cook in Ireland.
Yeah.
She's absolutely lovely. It's great.
Well,
people are lovely. Everyone's been great.
So that's really what it's all about, isn't it?
I think that's because it don't go well.
You're not a threat to anybody.
No, I'm not a threat.
Oh, well, is this something, John, that you feel you could
we've got to practice,
agree with? All right, we agree to practice already. Well, we'll let the drivers get out there, and we'll watch them as they line up, and probably we'll be able to get back with following the class as they get back after their practice. So let's just watch them get ready. A little bit of the atmosphere that you can capture here in the pits.
Put that tea away, you hate to race that thing, tea.
And
my vest over there, I'm waiting for you.
Of course. Damien, how are you feeling with this being your first event running the classics for the Grand Prix?
Love it. Love it, I'm going to do my best here today for him. Super bunch of lads.
Yeah, hopefully we'll keep the weather dry, do you think?
Yeah, I booked the good weather because I knew you were coming, Rob, and it's a special day.
Well, I hope so. I mean, everybody seems to be in good spirits, don't they?
Everybody's in brilliant form.
Yeah, yeah.
And they've all the cars very well presented, and they're a super bunch of lads. And
No, a nice idea earlier on doing a little bit of publicity for your local Retro Island magazine as well, I understand.
yes, Pádraig McCormick's in charge of that, and he's going to do a good job, and he's
Excellent.
put some nice pictures ready.
Yep,
So lads are going to be happy. Lovely trophies put up by Western Electric.
yep,
So we're going to get them out now, get them a bit of practice.
that's it.
Had Dewey Weaver out this morning. He was happy in practice. And with Andy O'Donnell out there, so we're going to get the rest of the boys to join them now.
Let's see how they go, eh?
See how they go.
Thank you. Right, so we will move on and taking into account the 43 car. Absolutely stunning machine here of Damien Corrigan. Damien just getting his car ready and having a look at the very tidy looking Pinto engine. Jerry Rothwell, as you can see there, a driver who still has his involvement with classics very deeply. He hasn't got the time to race now because he's so busy looking after everybody else's car. So he's just going to do the timing now on Corrigan's 43 machine. It's a little bit of work in progress, as we can see. And just while Jerry sets up the strobe lamp for the timing of that Pinto, and then we'll just move across a little. You'll see that Northern Ireland's 966 Thomas Dilley, he's ready in the car and ready for practice. Let's see if he can just at least give us a wave as he goes out there. Yep, there he goes. So Thomas getting ready for what should be a very strong challenge for this year's Irish Grand Prix 2016. We'll move on down again. John McFarlane in the 84 car. We were about to have a quick word with John, but he's got the battling balaclava on and get himself in there ready to go in the Chevette. Chevette really in everything shell-wise, but the running gear on these cars, of course, are very much very Ford-esque. What with the McPherson struts on the car, the Pinto engine, the Escort running gear on the back. So you can see John getting in there, putting up his belts, getting ready to go. Graham McCabe, who sold the car to John earlier this year, he's here today in a supporting spannering capacity, and we'll be wishing John the very best of luck as we go racing today. So there we are, just going past the Chevette of John McFastlane, as we call him, and now across to the 195 car of Bingo Boyle, Adrian Boyle, Mr. Mint, and one of the most incredible looking angliers to so far have taken to the scene in classic hot rods. Very beautiful machine, very tidy, and Adrian, new to the sport, only been out in anger one previous occasion in the classics in the summer here at Tipperary, but will no doubt do well as we see the 925 car of Gary O'Neill make his way out. And the next one getting ready to make his way pitway is the 981 car of Jeff Richardson. The former Steve Dandy Escort, which was once owned by Dave Fry. Making our way up to the track, going through a very congested pits. Here comes Kevin Feeney. There he is, giving us a wave. Kevin goes through.
That's all classic products to the gate, please. That's all classic products to the gate for your first round of practice. Thank you.
So the classics now getting ready to make their way out on track. The delightful noise of these pintos and indeed the crossflow to make their beautiful sounds as they will be racing around here. You can see that 210 Huey Weaver is here, man from Hailsham in East Sussex, the one Englishman to support the event this year. We're delighted to have him to take on the Scottish and the Irish drivers. So we'll just make our way around on this bright sunlit afternoon here at Tipperary. Nice and warm it is indeed, just at the moment. Very changeable weather we have had. When I landed in Cork this morning at just gone 8 o'clock, we landed in fog, mist and rain. Wasn't the most pleasant, but things have improved. And as the weather goes from west to east, we understand that it is still pretty wet over in England just at this moment. I don't know as to whether that will have any impact on the Coventry staging of the Brisker Formula One World Final this evening, but we will, on behalf of all the classic hot rod drivers, wish all the very best to the Brisker men taking part later tonight. So just getting a good angle, we can take the opportunity to actually have a look at these cars in practice, these delightful looking Escorts, Anglias, and of course the Chevette of John McFarlane. So there we are, Damien Corrigan making his way out in 43. 210 Huey Weaver, 966 Thomas Dilley. There is number 12 Trevor Harris, 981 Jeff Richardson, 100 Kevin Feeney, Gary O'Neill in 925, 195 is Adrian Boyle, 10, and that's Podge McQuaid, 84 John McFarlane, 175 Andy O'Donnell, and 43 Damien Corrigan. So a nice selection of cars. It certainly will be enough for some good interesting racing later on tonight, and we will of course be competing in the Classic Hot Rod Grand Prix under the floodlights here at Tipperary later this evening. It's a big multi-formula rodding fest here this afternoon and this evening here at Tipperary, and the Classics of course just being part of it, with great support from the national hot rods and the international hot rods, stock rods and production cars. But we're looking now ready to go for the first practice of the afternoon for the classic hot rods. So away we are onto the yellows. Gary O'Neill. All drivers going around in practice very well indeed at the moment. Gary displays some beautiful looking wheels on that car. A trio of Mark II escorts to follow with 100 Kevin Feeney. A little bit of practice there with 175 Andy O'Donnell and 10 Podge McQuaid. And even in practice, racing drivers just can't help but race. Thomas Dilley has gone past the 210 car of Hugh Weaver. Going around the outside of Adrian Boyle. These drivers here, Weaver, Dilley, are going to be your top drivers today. We've seen that Jeff Richardson is out there in practice. We don't see the national champion here just at the moment, Clive Richardson. Another one who, if he is here, will be a hot favourite. To end this first practice session for the Classic Hot Rods. All of them seeming to be performing very well and very smoothly indeed. Andy O'Donnell just warming down now. The only car that sounded a little bit suspect was in fact that of Hugh Weaver. It seemed to be popping and banging a little bit as he went through the corners. I hope that's nothing too serious. Classics now making their way back to pit lane. Last put that car through its paces a few weeks ago at Cowden Beath. Well, there we are. That just brings this opening shot here of Classic Hot Rod TV to a close, and we will have a look at meeting some of the drivers once again in the pits.